is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the Moto E4, their most affordable 2017 edition of the Moto E. You know, I love this channel. The last video we did was a $9,000 gaming laptop. Now we're doing an incredibly affordable Android phone. If you're on Verizon, this is just 70 bucks. It's a prepaid phone, so no contract, no nothing like that required. We'll get into the details of that. If you're on Amazon Prime, it's $100 with ads, you know, sleep screen ads. And if you want to buy it out full retail from Moto's website and the various retailers that sell it, it's $130. You get actually a lot of phone for the money, and it's not just about that. There's a lot of no-name, you know, if you shop on Asian shopping websites, you can find a lot of cheap Android phones, but where do you get the support? What happens when it breaks? Because this is a Moto, you know you got at least tech support available. You've got support, return, warranty, all that stuff, and that's kind of important. But beyond that, they do a very good job with the usability of it, and it's just pleasant. We're going to look at it now. So this is the Moto E4, the affordable phone for 2017, or most affordable. Moto makes several affordable models. This has a 5-inch HD display, not full HD, just HD. So that's 720 by 1280. It's IPS. Colors are okay, as you can see, not super duper saturated, and the resolution works up to 295 ppi. So it's not terrible, it's not hideous. And on here we have Android 7.1.1 Nougat, which is currently the latest, greatest available. So that's nice. Google Assistant's on board. Google voice activation. If it recognizes your voice, you know, you can just unlock it doing that. And we have a fingerprint scanner here, front facing, and it's not a mechanical clicky button. It works well. You just lay your finger on there and boom, it unlocks. That's pretty nice to have on a phone that sells for 70 bucks on Verizon. And like I said, unlocked, if you just want to buy it, this does CDMA and GSM both. You can buy it from Moto's website and from various retailers like Best Buy that carry this as well. And if you're an Amazon customer, Amazon Prime version is 100 bucks with these sleep screen ads on there. So pretty darn affordable, right? And, you know, it looks like an affordable phone too. It's okay looking. It's nothing special here. The usual power and volume controls are there. Micro USB 2.0, not USB-C on this one here. And we got our headphone jack up top. Yay. The speaker fires from the earpiece area. It's pretty loud, actually. I was impressed with that. You're not going to miss notifications, that's for sure. And as an extra special little something in this day and age, the back is actually removable. This is available in your choice of black or gold, by the way, and really it's just a back cover that's going to change. So you just pry it off. You remember the good old days when you did that with phones? Right. 2800 milliamp battery there, removable, and nano SIM card slot and micro SD card slot, compatible with cards up to 256 gigs, so expandable, yep. 8 megapixel camera on the back, Moto's usual rounds kind of design there, and we've got the flash. The front camera actually has a flash too. It's a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and it has an LED flash as well. So guess what? You can blind yourself when you're shooting selfies. And here it is next to the Moto G5 Plus. We don't get the regular G5, just the G5 Plus in the United States if you wanted to see them together. Obviously, very similar design language. The G5 Plus is a bit more expensive, but you get things like a full HD display, a little bit nicer specs going on there. And there's the difference in the back design. This one's metal. This one's obviously plastic, removable plastic back. This will also be available as the E4 Plus model, and that one's going to have a 5.5-inch display. That one's not out yet, though. One thing about that Plus model is going to have a 5,000 milliamp battery. Given the fact that this has a very undemanding CPU and, you know, display resolution is not very high, that thing is going to run for days on a charge. Speaking of the CPU, you've got a Qualcomm Snapdragon. Happily, Motorola's short flirtation with MediaTek low-end CPUs is over. So we have the 1.4 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 425 quad-core CPU with Adreno 308 graphics inside. So that's a low-end CPU from Qualcomm, which is appropriate for the price. But you know what? This phone feels fast because you've got pretty much just stock Android going on. Motorola's customizations are very light on here. Really, about the only thing you've got going on is you can see in the Moto app, it's a couple of things. You can change your fingerprint scanner to be a nav button if you don't want to use the on-screen buttons, and you've got notifications you can have on the sleep screen coming up. So yeah, it's pretty light stuff there. So it feels faster than you would expect. That said, the benchmarks on this, you know, they're not going to be super duper high, but hey, this is a phone that's really darned affordable too. So we ran the usual benchmarks on this, and of course these numbers are not going to impress anybody. This is no Galaxy S8 or anything like that, but Other than that, I've never seen a 2-digit slingshot score before for 3D Mark. You know, it's par for the course. This is not something that you're going to buy for high-end performance in gaming, but with 2 gigs of RAM, it actually multitasks acceptably. You remember a couple of years ago, 2 gigs of RAM on a higher-end phone was actually standard. We managed to get by in those days, and you still can now. It has 16 gigs of internal storage, which for the price is fair enough, too. The phone has dual-band Wi-Fi 802.11ac. That's actually nice because a lot of phones in this price range have only single-band Wi-Fi. And we got Bluetooth 4.1 LE. This does not have NFC, not at this price range, sorry. Now the cameras, the 5-megapixel front camera has an f2.2 lens, so does the rear. They both have flashes. The rear is 8 megapixel, it has HDR mode, so does the front one, and the rear one can shoot 1080p video. This is not the world's greatest camera, honestly, here. The camera UI is pretty simple and it's easy enough to understand. You know, this is a great phone for somebody who's a simple kind of user. In fact, one of our neighbors wanted to switch from an old iPhone and switch to a Moto phone and found it very easy for reasons just like this. It's pretty straightforward, it's pretty clean, it's pretty fast. So you switch between your video modes over here. You got your HDR automatic mode, you've got flash, this panorama mode, you can use a timer. Swipe this way to get to your settings. Shutter sound on and off, video quality, you get the idea. Swipe that way to look at your pictures, swipe back, so on. Swiping your cameras back and forth. It's decent autofocus speed. It's not always the fastest, depends on the light. And the picture quality is okay. It's not fantastic, but you know, for the price, it's fine. Battery life on this, it's very good. Again, you don't have a big display. It's not high resolution. This is a very low-end CPU, so battery life's got to be good. And 2800 milliamps is really actually a lot of battery for a phone in this class range in terms of those power consumption needs. And I can only imagine, again, with the 5,000 milliamp version, this would be like, that's just insane. It's madness. Call quality, Motorola has been great at call quality for years, and now Lenovo owns them, but they still got the same engineers going on there, and the call quality on this is excellent. So that's the Moto E4. Sure, it's not a flagship phone, doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it has a couple of nice ones. Like it's got the motion detection with the sleep screen, so when you pick it up, it lets you know what's going on. It's got a fingerprint scanner that works pretty well. It still has a removable battery in 2017. That's not too common. Expandable storage, and it's reliable, and it's easy to use, and it's pretty clean stock Android. So for the price, if this is the price range you're looking for, go for it. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more cool tech videos, and thumbs up if you like this vid.